Hi everyone, I'm Aigul from Your English Time. In this video today I'm gonna be talking to you about 12 common mistakes that English learners make. Now before we start with this lesson, make sure you get your free PDF that goes along with this lesson. It contains a free quiz for you to make sure you got this lesson right so you could practice and revise everything that you've learned today. All you have to do is click on the link in the description below, enter your name and email address, and you will get this PDF automatically right in your inbox. So now let's get started with the lesson. Mistake number 1. I often hear from my students when they want to agree with something that I say or somebody else says, they say, I am agree with this, I am agree with that, but it's wrong to say I am agree. You cannot say I am go or I am eat or I am come, because agree is a verb. So you cannot say I'm agree, I am come, I am go. No, you always say I go, I come, I leave. So you don't use the verb to be between these two words, right? So when you want to agree with something, when you have the same opinion on something and you want to say this, you say I agree with something, or I disagree if you don't with something. Okay, so let's have an example. Some English words can be difficult to pronounce and you say, right, so if you have the same opinion on that, you say I agree with this, I agree. Mistake number 2, conditionals, our favorite conditionals, the sentences with when and if. Okay, so now look at this grammatically incorrect sentence. I will call you when I will get there. Okay, so what is wrong with this sentence? Right, so if you use will, the future tense, in the second part of this sentence, which is a conditional, which you give the condition when something happens, if something happens, you cannot use future tense there. So the right variant of this sentence would be I will call you when I get there. Okay, I will call you when I get there. Another example is when he gets here, we'll have dinner. When he gets here, we will have dinner. Or if he goes there, I will let you know. So mistake number 3. I went to a birthday party and it was funny. Okay, but when something is funny, it's ha 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 ha. Okay, it means something happened there which made you laugh, which was funny to you for some reason. Okay, but probably you just want to say that you enjoyed your time, that you had a great time, that it was an enjoyable time. Okay, so you're just describing the event as something enjoyable. In this case, you would say it was a lot of fun. Okay, it was a lot of fun. When you describe something as funny, you should give some facts why it was funny, or maybe something funny happened that made you laugh. So that is the difference between funny and it was fun. So mistake number 4, look at this example. I don't like chocolate. Me too. When you want to agree with something that you also don't do, you should answer not me too, but me neither. Okay, me too is when you agree with something positive, and me neither is when you agree with something negative. For example, I love chocolate. Me too. Okay, I can drive. Me too. But I don't eat oranges. Me neither. I can't dance, me neither. Could you please give your own 2 examples in the comments below? I've been to London. I've been in London. So which one is a correct way to say? Right. Grammatically correct way to say I've been to London when you speak of your life experience. It means that you visited London, that you know this city, that you've been to this city. I've been to London, I've been to Rome, I've been to Paris, so I've been to Poland, and so on and so forth. When you want to say about your visits somewhere in your life, you use the preposition to. We can say I've been in London in some cases, which can also be grammatically correct, but it is like when you are answering to a particular question. For example, where have you been all this time? And you can answer, I've been in London. I've been in London for 2 weeks, when you even specify the time period, right? And when you answer to this question, where have you been? You can say, I've been in London. It's okay to say, but it means that you are already back and you're not in London anymore. Okay, so could you please answer in the comments below to the next question? Have you ever been to London? Have you ever been to London? Number 6. So when I have a birthday, sometimes I say to my students, oh, I have a birthday today, and they want to tell me something back. And they usually say congratulations. We use this word normally when another person has achieved something. We congratulate people on their achievements, okay, not on some events, but on some achievements. So happy birthday, happy anniversary, but congratulations on your promotion, congratulations on this purchase, or whatever. Next one, I often hear from my students something like, I'll see you on next Tuesday, or I'll see you in next Monday, or I went there in last Wednesday. So with the days of a week, if they come together with the words like next, last, or this, you don't use any preposition here. Okay, so I'll see you next Monday, I saw him last Tuesday, or I'll be working this Friday. So no prepositions here. Be very careful with this. The same goes with the words like year, next year, last year. So no prepositions here. Next year, last year. We don't need any prepositions. Now mistake number 9. Very often I can hear something like, I haven't time for something, or I haven't money for this. Okay, so haven't is something which is incomplete. Okay, so you can use either I haven't got the time for, I haven't got the money for, or you can use I don't have money for, I don't have time for. Okay, so choose either to use have got, which is a very British way to say, and or don't have. Okay, but if you keep it like without anything, just haven't, it would be grammatically incorrect. Look at this sentence. I'm good in sports. I'm good in English. I'm good at something. Okay, or I'm bad at something. Attention here to the preposition. Okay, I'm good at sports. I'm good at cooking. Okay, so write in the comments below, what are you good at? What are you good at? And what are you bad at? Mistake number 11. Usually students say, this book is bored, or this movie is bored. When you want to describe something, you use ing form. Okay, you say this book is boring, this TV show is boring, this movie is interesting. But when you are talking about yourself and your own feelings and your own emotions, I am bored. Okay, or he's interested in something, or he's tired. Okay, so when you describe something, you use boring, interesting. When you talk about yourself, like I am, my feelings, my state, how I feel, you use I'm bored or I'm interested. Okay, you can also describe yourself as a person, and you can say I am an interesting person or I'm a boring person. When you describe something, it's boring, but when about your state, about how you feel, okay, your state of mind, I am bored. So make sure you don't confuse these two adjectives. Number 12 usually comes from students who've just started learning English, but also advanced learners can make it. When you don't know the word for this in English or for this in English, you can ask a question, and the question usually goes like, how do you call this in English? But it's wrong to ask a question like that. You should say, what do you call this in English, or how do you say this in English? Okay, and it's a pen, obviously. Okay, it's not how do you call, but what do you call, or how do you say. So that's it for today with the mistakes, enough of them. But I would also like you to understand from this lesson is that it's absolutely fine to make mistakes. Mistakes are good, so you shouldn't be afraid of making them. You should be afraid of repeating them over and over again. But it takes time. So language is a skill, and with time you will get there and you will stop making them. Just keep practicing and keep learning English. So I'll leave you with this thought for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next videos. Take care. Bye.